Did you know that corporations can vote? And this small town in Delaware might just be the next place to let it happen.
Here's what you need to know. This unusual piece of proposed legislation, HB 121, states that the city would authorize corporations to vote in municipal elections held in Seaford, Delaware, and the bill just passed through the Delaware State House. The messenger spoke with the mayor, David Genshaw.
Local businesses that have demonstrated and invested money in our community, they would get one vote. Once we found out that we had the legal right to do this and it had already gone through, we literally spent no more time on the issue than that other than creating the charter change and voting on it. In my mind, this is a non-issue.
Delaware makes it a point to be business-friendly. There are nearly double the amount of corporations than people. Thanks to the state's unique tax breaks, easy registration, and renowned business court, nearly 2/3 of all Fortune 500 choose to register in Delaware. Just over a decade ago, the Supreme Court ruled in the controversial Citizens United case that corporate political spending is protected under free speech.
The court has ruled that corporations, unions, and all the rest of us may participate freely and openly and spend money on electoral and political matters.
This gave corporations greater influence on American politics by funding campaigns and political advertisements with little oversight. Not everyone agrees this is a triumph, like the nonprofit Common Cause Delaware, whose mission is to uphold democratic systems.
If other towns start allowing artificial entities to vote, then artificial entities are going to be controlling what happens in towns all over Delaware. And even more upsetting is this could be a blueprint for something that spreads across the country.
Seaford has modeled its legislation after a few other Delaware towns who allow out-of-town business owners to vote. During a 2018 election in one such town, a man voted 31 times, accounting for nearly 1.5% of the total vote. Seaford proposes a limit of one vote per person/business, but the potential influence of corporations on local elections remains uncertain.
The town of Seaford in the last election had only 340 people vote, and there are 234 artificial entities already in Seaford. And they include, McDonald's, AutoZone, and so forth. So they would have the same vote as a Seaford resident.
Though there's nothing stopping all these businesses from voting, Seaford's mayor imagines that it's unlikely that they'll participate.
The word corporation, they envision a high rise of some multinational company that's going to come in and try to sway things. First off, Seaford's a very small town. We have no high rises. And these are local businesses with a local flavor. Even the maximum of 234, if they actually came out, isn't going to change anything. I think it's just would spur more interest in people coming out and voting.
If the bill passes the Senate next session, its critics plan to continue fighting.
Great thing about democracy is you can always undo things that are done. If this passes, then next year we have to work on getting a ban on corporate voting throughout Delaware.
As corporations gain more and more political rights, this small town in this unusual state, altering exactly what it means to be an eligible voter, may be something to pay attention to, because it's testing a question that might affect us all. If it's ruled that 33 million registered small businesses have personhood, in our political system, where exactly does that personhood stop?